You know what I'm saying? Let's just watch the intro. Let people in chat pogging out, dude.
Yes!
The new wings
Fuck,
look
bro!
sweet.
82 months, you stupid beast!
I'm slowly
Moo!
waiting my chance to become a Diablo partner sometime. Just speaking 000. There you go, smiley face. They contacted Crayola to design the new color for the season's Helltides. Damn, okay. Have they added anything interesting into this game? Haven't played for a while. Dude, how the fuck? Dude, a lot of people are watching, but no one's typing in the chat, bro. Oh, God. What's going on here? If they say we get more powers, I'm out. They must have, like, Giga Slow Mode on with Ultra Flow Mode, right? Because this makes no sense. Oh. Lead pause and play it. Since what is correct. No. What is it? So we get a B egg coming out. This would be cool after playing PvP all this time to like have a look at the D4 announcement, just to kind of get a vibe check, you know, see what we're dealing with here.
Yo.
League of Legends Wordle. I'm good, bro.
Before bad log into Poe.
Chat, should I take painkillers to offset my headaches, or is that like noob? Surely the stream is not just embedded in the BNet launcher. No, there'll be people watching it, right? No. If it's bad. Yeah, it is noob. Yeah, I should just know. Chat, because I'm doing no caffeine, bro.
Nothing says raising awareness for impoverished communities like blurring out prostitutes and saying, subscribe to my Patreon to see the stuff YouTube won't let me show.
I mean, who is actually subscribing to that? That's pay to lose, bro. That's pay to lose. I'm sorry to say. Like, okay. I agree that Oliveria guy is for sure, like, a bit of a bozo, right? He does intentionally drama bait things and try and create situations where people are freaking out for his camera occasionally. Yeah. He's scum of the earth. He started good and ruined it? What, you reckon? My issue is that...
Smoke meth or inject black tar heroin to offset the headaches from lack of caffeine. Works like a charm for me.
They should, you know, when you're doing this type of shit, you should try and focus more on just turning up and capturing things, and instead of going in with an agenda, right? And I feel like his agenda is pretty strong.
$66 fucking months and he makes me watch stuff from Diablo 4, fuck me.
D4 bad?
Meow.
Whoa! It's starting!
Hello, Diablo 4 community. Welcome to another Diablo 4 developer update. My name is Adam Fletcher. I am the Director of Community here for all things Diablo. Of course, I have a wonderful panel next to me that I want to introduce. We have 2 familiar faces and 1 new face. And so, we'll jump right to it. Our new face first.
Thanks, brother. I'm Ben Fletcher. I'm the lead designer for Season 10.
I'm Aislinn Hall. I'm a systems designer. I mostly work on seasons, and I specifically worked on Chaos Armor for Season 10.
Hi, I'm Charles Dunn. I'm a class designer. I worked on the Chaos perks a lot, and also the class updates for the season.
I just want to note, there are 2 Fletchers now. 2. We grow stronger. In the past, we've always had multiple Adams. Now we have 2 Fletchers. Fun fact though, there's another Fletcher on Team 3 on Diablo. And one day we're gonna have all 3 of us on the stream, and we're just gonna be incredibly powerful.
Be unstoppable.
It's gonna be unstoppable. But anyways, so we haven't actually talked in a while. We haven't had a stream in a little bit. We actually did have a little bit of a pause. We were going into a new cadence where we're gonna do these streams now at the start of the season, and then our PTRs are gonna be focused more around like the notes, the blog, and then of course the Sanctuary sit down that happens across Discord. But we're back. We have a little bit of a new format. We'll jump into it in a quick second, but I do want to note that we do actually have a Twitch drop that is active right now on the channel. So if you're watching on twitch.tv/Diablo, or if you're watching on any co-streaming partner or anyone who's streaming Diablo at this very second for the next 30 minutes, or if you watch for 30 minutes, you will actually unlock the bow. For the next couple hours, this will be available for people to actually jump in and obtain. So it's a cool way of getting some additional gear. Plus, we'll have more drops that we'll be talking about here in a second. But we do want to talk really quickly about this new format. As I mentioned, we did take a little bit of a pause to kind of rejigger some stuff behind the scenes, and we know we got a lot of feedback from the community talking about how sometimes we can get in a little bit of our own napkin math. We talk a little bit, we get into the weeds, and it comes across as a little hard to understand on some of the features that are coming in the season. So we actually have a little bit of a pre-recorded video here.
You just start reading the passion notes line by line.
Charles narrate, and they're going to talk a little bit more about Season 10 and all the class items that are related to Season 10. So let's take it away and check out Season 10.
This video, show us the video. Okay, here we go.
What is life without meaning, Wanderer? It is chaos.
I'm Ben Fletcher, lead seasons designer, and I'm excited to share some details about the new season with you. The Infernal Hordes are hotter than ever because we're dialing up the intensity on this mode. We've done a significant rework of the Infernal offerings presented between each wave. Our goal is to try and make all of them feel like valid choices for you to build your run on. We've updated the balance of offerings, offering effects, introduced new challenges with the Fel Council, and introduced a new family of Chaos monsters. Within Infernal Hordes, you'll occasionally be presented with a Chaos offering as a 4th option, which will activate a Chaos wave. The more waves a compass has, the more Chaos offerings you'll see during your run. Chaos waves will have many different combinations to discover and master. Dodge deadly projectiles from Chaos rifts, slay rampaging hellworms, or defend an etheric mass from being destroyed. Chaos awaits. Rather than facing off against the Fel Council, you can choose to risk your hard-earned ether and throw down against the insidious, reborn Bartok to complete your Infernal Hordes run. It's worth the risk because slaying Bartok will reward you with Chaos Armor. Chaos Armor is a more powerful version of existing unique items that come with a diabolical twist. They always fill a different item slot than the original version, leading to entirely new ways of dispensing carnage. Chaos Armor can appear for helm, chest, gloves, pants, and boots.
Holy shit.
Chaos Armor's unique powers are also more potent than their normal counterpart. They always roll at maximum power, and they always have at least one greater affix.
Ultra.
For release, there will be a list of generic
Dude, we got
Chaos
Primal
Armor
Agents
available
and
to
D4
all
now, baby.
classes,
Let's go.
as well as class-specific pieces for players to choose from. Chaos Rifts are one-way portals from hell that spew demons and environmental hazards into the world. Seal them to stop the demon infestation and earn seasonal reputation and currency. They also feature a variety of other rewards like bonus XP, gems, and even Chaos Armor.
This is making me really appreciate PoE 2 right now.
You'll find Chaos Rifts
Like,
and
I'm not gonna lie,
Hell Tides throughout
bros.
Sanctuary.
I'm like, fuck
Closing
yeah.
these rifts will sometimes award you a Nightmare Dungeon sigil with the Chaos Rift affix. These Nightmare Dungeons are packed with Chaos Rifts and Chaos Monsters for you to destroy, and you may even come across a fleeting compass. Fleeting compasses activate a new pre-torment version of Infernal Hordes called Fleeting Hordes that adds some spice to your character leveling journey. Fleeting Hordes, you'll slay your way through 4 offering waves and face off against 2 members of the Fell Council for a big boost of experience and rewards. Chaos perks change how your skills function and enable you to create devastating combinations. Chaos perks come in rarities of magic, rare, legendary, and unique. You'll be able to equip 1 unique perk along with 3 more of any other type. Each class has access to 16 perks, 4 of each rarity and 4 class-specific perks. Now for our class updates.
Charles Dunn here. I'm a class designer here to showcase some exciting updates in the season of Infernal Chaos.
This is a way better format, by the way. You gotta end it the D4
Necromancers
dips.
will have access to one of the most crazy and transformational Chaos perks, Alter the Balance, which swaps the role of your core and ultimate skills.
Then the normal format.
Your core skills will now have long cooldowns, but massively increased effectiveness, and your ultimate skills will only have an essence cost and no cooldown, but with a modified, weaker effect. There are a ton of new build possibilities with this Chaos perk. Also, if you are ever unlucky enough to die, all of your minions will be resummoned whenever you resurrect from death. No longer will you have to spend a bunch of time finding corpses to resummon your army, you can get right back into the fray.
It's like,
Necromancer's new unique item is a Focus, Gospel of the Devotee, which directly enhances your basic skills functionality and also makes them even more powerful when combined together. Be sure to pair this with bonuses to your basic skills like Aspect of Adaptability and Pain Gorger's Gauntlets to wreak havoc on the demons of Sanctuary. Rogue's Dance of Knives has previously struggled with priority damage. When an enemy champion monster showed up, it was tough to focus them down. But now, Dance of Knives will prefer to target enemy champions, elites, and bosses, giving you better priority single target damage. Penetrating Shot has also received some sizable buffs, including higher base damage and a higher multiplier on its unique bow, Eaglehorn. But if you would like to try out a slightly different playstyle, swap out Eaglehorn for the new unique crossbow, Orphan Maker. Orphan Maker introduces a new keyword, Reload, which causes a skill to be unusable for a short period of time after casting, but in exchange, it gains increased damage and reload time based on your attack speed. If you manage to find the Chaos Armor version of Orphan Maker, you can even combine this effect with Eaglehorn.
Hey, fair enough. Good. Take inspiration, fair enough. I mean, dude, guns mean a reload,
For
bro.
the Sorceress, Charged
They
Bolts
copying
has
guns.
been supercharged this season. Aspect of the Charged Flash has been reworked to cause Charged Bolts to spend your crackling energy charges for even more damage.
Crack.
Aspect of Piercing Static now causes your Charged Bolts to spawn even more Charged Bolts to flood the screen with electricity. The new unique ring, Galvanic Azurite, pairs perfectly with these updates. Lightning damage will magnetize enemies and cause them to be pulled together by your crackling energy.
This kind of just reminds me of a mobile game.
Sorceress has one of the
From
most
item
interesting
design to
chaos
how it
perks this
looks.
season, Mana Shield. This effect essentially turns your mana into your life total and gives you plenty of extra mana to work with. And if you need to quickly heal up, avoiding damage for a few seconds will rapidly replenish your mana pool. While this is the season of Infernal Chaos, Druid's Tornado will be a little bit less chaotic. Tornado now always seeks enemies who are close to where you cast it, and then it spirals in an area nearby. Storm Chaser's aspect has been reworked to allow Tornado to drag enemies along with it, further increasing its damage and consistency. Druid's new unique pants, Kilt of Blackwing, lets a Raven's build take flight. By shapeshifting or casting companion skills, you will spawn additional ravens to peck at your enemies, and occasionally summon a full Unkindness, massively increasing your flock. Be sure to try out the Chaos perk Wild Transformations, which uses defensive skills and grants a bonus while shapeshifting. This synergizes extremely well with Flesh Render to apply constant damage to nearby enemies.
Oh shit!
Barbarian's Walking Arsenal key passive has been slightly reworked and now grants unstoppable and even more attack speed when keeping up all 3 weapon bonuses. If you don't like playing with all those weapons, try out the Chaos perk Single-Minded Fury. This gives multiple, massive bonuses, such as the never-before-seen Overpower Chance. But you can only get these bonuses if you commit to only wielding a single arsenal weapon type. The new one-handed unique sword, Saber of Tasagal, increases your damage for each damaging skill you have equipped. This excludes buffing or defensive skills like Shouts, Wrath of the Berserker, and Iron Skin. But by combining your offensive skills, you can buff up your damage all the same.
Come on, gamey.
Spiritborn ultimate skills have all been buffed. The Hunter now gives a one-time chance per enemy to execute them, even if they are at full health. And the Seeker can now refund charges against elites and bosses. The Devourer gains increased scaling damage, while the Protector's upgrades have been streamlined and improved.
You know,
speaking of the Protector,
game is like the
new
this game
unique
for
gloves,
Elon.
Hesha Ikasungi, alters the Protector's targeting to let you cast it at range, and it will pull in enemies with each hit.
Elon
dedicated guerrilla builds will be ready to
more
smash
complicated than
with this
chess,
new power.
So
the Chaos perk Combined Strikes is extremely potent, essentially doubling the output of your core skills, but it adds a long cooldown. You can get around this cooldown though by combining your core skills with your basic skills' third hit. These are just a few of the exciting updates coming in the season of Infernal Chaos.
I will deliver humanity from the natural order.
Let's get the boss fight, bro. What they got? Oh, that's it. No shows in it.
There we go. Quick recap of everything that's coming in season of Infernal Chaos, which is our 10th season for Diablo IV. Huge thanks to, of course, Ben and Charles for recording all that stuff beforehand.
I really did enjoy that, by the way.
On top of what you guys actually saw, that we do want to go through a lot of things from PTR that and a lot of learning, some quality of life stuff as well.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into it. I know
feedback. Hey, 10 out of 10. Do more pre-recorded fucking videos with visuals, because then we don't, and then people who don't want to watch this shit can just skip out.
You wanted to talk about with Whispers coming with
season 10?
Yeah, absolutely. So a feature people have been asking for is when you look at your Nightmare Dungeon sigils,
okay, I think
if there's a Whisper affiliated with that dungeon, it would actually show you on the Nightmare Dungeon sigil itself. And we have that now in Season 10, so you will be able to much more efficiently plan your path
look for
all the different Nightmare Dungeons you're going to be playing through.
We have the technology. It's here.
30 minutes of drops, chat. Let's get your drops. Let's just do 12 more minutes.
It should help a whole lot. Will make things way more efficient, especially when you're seeing a full inventory of different keys. You'll be able to know exactly which ones have whispers associated to them, which is really good to see. Another big change that is also coming with the PTR learnings and everything that we've seen has to do with Chaos Rift. So, Ben, I know you wanted to chat a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have a couple changes coming from Chaos Rifts after the PTR. The first one is, we saw that the wave attack that comes out of those is pretty powerful. A lot of people getting wrecked by those. I'm people. I got wrecked by those.
Pretty strong, yeah.
Because, they already did a lot of damage and they had a stacking debuff that makes you just take even more damage over time. So we've chilled those out a bit. There's no longer a stacking debuff and we reduced the damage a little bit on those, so it won't be quite so hard to deal with, especially for low-level characters. The next change is for Chaos Rifts that you encounter in Nightmare Dungeons. We've juiced the rewards a little bit more on those to make the activity more rewarding.
Nice.
Perfect.
More rewarding, less punishing. We saw a lot of people die to those waves during PTR. A lot of comments related to those. So happy to see the changes there. I know, of course, with Infernal Hordes and that being a major focus in this specific season, there's been a lot of changes in regards to the balance on those. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about Infernal Hordes and the changes coming with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we decided to take a pretty big pass on Infernal Hordes after PTR. We got a bunch of wonderful data and fantastic feedback, and so that really spurred us to dive deep. So thank you very much for that. I'm not going to go into all the details of the changes we made. You can check out the patch notes if you want to read it line by line.
Way better format.
I do want to go over 4 points regarding like overarching stuff we did for Infernal Hordes. So the first is that we adjusted base ether gains from ether events.
Well,
so
I didn't play PTR, so I have no idea.
You would get a lot of your ether from your offering choices. So whatever build you constructed would be the vast majority of where your ether was actually coming from. We wanted to make it more so it was a bit more equally balanced between the amount you were blasting through ether events, and your offering choices in the build that you construct. And then secondly, we focused on chaos waves. So we actually had more chaos waves in PTR because we wanted people to check it out and just get in and do as much as possible. We ended up toning down the number of chaos waves that actually spawn in each Infernal Horde key because it was kind of overpowering the buildcraft element of the Infernal Hordes. Now you're going to find less chaos waves, but each chaos wave is going to be,
chat.
it's going to be a very
no one here played the PTR. No one here played the PTR, so they're talking about changes from PTR to now. But like, it's like, well, we didn't play the PTR, so how the fuck we know what are we even talking about? Unless was this already in the game?
Numbers on everything. We made sure that the legendary and the rare offerings were really worthwhile to pick. And then finally, we had a specific focus on Soul Spires. So we know that Soul Spires haven't been the most popular choice since Season 5. And we made...
I'm sorry to say, I'm just not interested in it anymore. Because I'm going to close it down. It was cool watching the video, though. Enjoy watching the video. Definitely upload that. If you want to get your Diablo 4 drop, you're going to watch the Diablo channel. Is what it is. I'm ready to log in, I think. Yeah, I'm fucking ready to log in. We're done now. We looked at everything now at this point here. Let's get the fuck out of here, boys. We're going back. We're going to the fucking Path of Exile 2 category, baby. Let's fucking go.